How's it going, everyone? My name's Gerald Carr, and I want to make a coin holder. Now, through my time in the military, I've gathered several coins, and I need a way to display them. Now, I could go through the traditional route of buying a coin display online, but for the most part, things are kind of boring and a little bit flat. So, let's make our own. Now, for the materials, we're going to be using driftwood. Mainly this type of cypress driftwood that you can find a lot in, the Gulf Coast South Everglades. Mainly, we're going to be using this piece right here. This is going to be the main body, going to flatten the bottom and then cut it up to fit the board. For the shelf, we're going to be using this really cool piece of drift lumber I found. Really pretty grain. Let's see if we can get better light. Got a really pretty grain on there. Don't really know what it is, but it seems pretty hard, and I think it'll be, a really good stand. So, first off, we gotta flatten this out. I'm going to try and use my chop saw here to make a flat bottom. Basically, just set it up and try to make a really flat cut. Probably do a little bit more angled, and then we'll move on from there. Now, got to figure out how we're going to cut these pieces, because it's probably going to be looking like this, and then it's going to be a shelf off this way and a shelf off this way. So I need to make sure these are flat. Look at that. Nice and flat across. Now we're going to need two shelves. I want to do this again with this piece. Yep. Cut that flat across. Yeah. And there we go. 3 pieces. Now, for the shelf, we're going to be using this piece of wood that I showed earlier. What I need to do is I need to make 2 slots that go along the sides to hold the coins, and then cut it down the middle, because it's going to become 2 different shelves. So let's get the table saw. Now, I'm going to be putting the slot about a 1/2 inch in, going along here, both sides. I'm going to have to do 2 passes slightly apart just so they fit the coin, and then cut right down the middle. So let's do it. Now, obviously, these sides aren't going to be flat. It's driftwood, but I'm just going to go with it and see if it, plays out. So I need to get this to a good height. Okay. Not too bad, I'll take it. Okay, cool. Good on both sides. Now I'm going to cut directly down the middle. Okay. Did it come out exactly straight? I'm not entirely sure how, but we're going to roll with it. All right, and just a general idea of what it's going to look like. Since these came out, not exactly even, it's going to be staggered, so coins are sitting a little bit. So let's finish her up. All right, so now that we got those all cut up, it's time to sand it down and try to figure out how we're going to put these together. I'm just going to be using 120 grit sandpaper. Not it's driftwood. I don't want to clean it up too much. I want to try to keep some of that natural weathering, but just get some of those rough edges off. Okay. There's an old can of lacquer right here that I'm going to use just to give everything a spray down. And yeah, try to get some protection on this stuff. Now, before I go on, I just want to state I am not an expert woodworker or anything. I don't know the right tools or the right bits to use or anything like that. So if y'all have better ideas, let me know down below. But for the most part, it's just gonna be a bunch of junk screws I had in my drawer and probably wood glue, and that's basically what's gonna hold this thing together. So yeah, let's finish this up. You know what? Let's see if we can just try. And there we go, all complete. Not as good as I was hoping it would come out as, but I learned a lot. I guess if I was going to do this again, 100%, I would probably use fast setting epoxy, something that can go in there. I can just hold it in place with something, and it hardened. The screws are a little bit dumb. I'm planning on taking most of those out. The other issue is I would hope to make it a little bit more balanced. The thing has a tendency to fall forward just because the way the foot is. It's definitely not balanced right. But I think there's ways around it. But yeah, if you want to see me try this again or make a version 3, because I tried this a first time and it was awful. Let me know. This is a little bit different than my normal videos, so I would like to keep continue to do stuff like this. So yeah, see y'all next time.